Hey everyone, welcome to my 5th devlog. I'm excited to share some of the changes I've made, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. I have the presence of a game created, so I wanted to work on some cosmetic options for the player. And with the recent release of Cyberpunk, I've been wanting to make my own character customization screen, and because I want to make my dude juicy. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be pretty restricted, like Minecraft's customization mixed with a bit of Valheim's. And at first, I was tinkering around and made a fully reskinnable character, basically exactly like OG Minecraft's. Well, you see, actually, it was exactly like Minecraft. I took the skin texture and applied it to my character. Now, I really like this idea, but there was a small problem with it, and that being the player has to open up and edit an image, and not everyone wants to do that. And because I didn't want to look like I was stealing anything from Minecraft, I didn't want them coming after me and fighting me. So this got me thinking about what will not get me sued. And yeah, going back to my problem with the idea of reskinning the entire character, it's a pain in the butt to edit a full skin to somebody's liking, and it also may pull away too much from the style of the game if you were to upload, random skin files. So I thought, why don't I make it the best of both worlds? The user can simply change their character, and if they wanted, they could express their creativity with some more advanced customization features. So with this in mind, I modeled up an array of different hairstyles in Blender and created a textured shirt that could be added to the character. I went over to Unity and started working on this as a prototype in a way, and it was a really simple customization system that I whipped up with one script. The user can change their body type, skin color, hair type, and hair color. As well, they can upload their own shirt design and put it on their character. Now this system can be easily altered if I wanted to change the style of the character in the future, so it's really just taking a small step forward to making the game feel more welcome to different audiences. Also, if you guys want a chance to get your shirt in the game, then head over to my Discord, download the template, and make your own skin and upload it there. This next part to the customization was the UI. This was one of my favorite parts and gets me really excited for when I'm going to start doing the actual item sprites for the game, since they are currently all temporary sprites. So I made the current hairstyles I have available in the game into pixel art in Photoshop, and I brought them over into Unity as a sprite sheet and stylized my user interface. I added a randomization button and a save button so you can save your work. And if my calculations are correct, there are over 8,000 different combinations, which is way more than I thought. This is the world right now, and I have to say, I am not satisfied. These trees are really bringing the world's liveliness down. But they've been through so much and have been here since the beginning of this project. They were there when the player chopped their first tree, shot their first tree, and they have been one of the most consistent things in this game up until now. But it's time that I finally let them go. So I went over to Blender and made a different variant of this tree, one a little bit taller. But I need to choose something different, but still stylistically applicable. So I made this, and that, and these are alright, but too realistic for my liking, and this failure, this is just, I don't even know. This last one is even worse. It doesn't even look like a tree. How the hell did I accomplish this? And finally, after a little bit of trial and error, I had this beauty. And I made this one in the same style as that one, and they just look so great. So So there's only one thing left to do with these trees, and that is to bring them into the game, and compare the before and after. So some people were asking to add flowers and more decals around the map, so I made some basic flowers which will probably change in the future, and I made some seaweed for when you're underwater, and I think it looks really great. I also added some basic placeholder ugly clouds, which was made with Unity's particle system. Now, I want to go the volumetric route for the clouds, but I know getting that to be properly optimized for older systems can be difficult, so if you guys have any recommendations on how I could get some nice clouds without destroying the frames, please leave your suggestions below. Now I got a little antsy and started working on a new dungeon, but before I did that, I made some changes to the previous one. I made the boss battle room a little less cramped by expanding the room off to one side. This way, there's more room for the giant spider to run around, and it doesn't feel like you're being overwhelmed by this giant beast. And I also added some vertical fog to the floor so then it looks like there's some sort of mist on the ground, and updated the blood spider spawner sack thing to look a little bit more detailed, because before it was just a bunch of spheres. Now it's just even more spheres, but it looks cooler, I guess. So for the new dungeon cave thing, I'm mostly experimenting, trying to figure out the best plan of action for giving the player different aspects of gameplay. So the special gimmick of this dungeon is going to be a parkour room that unlocks an item when you've reached the end, or something around there. All I know right now is that it's a parkour room, and I'm showing some video of it as I talk. Yeah, so I'm still in full development for both dungeons. They're basically both marked as a work in progress. The first dungeon though is currently being brought into the main story, making it a bigger priority. I'm still drafting and planning the starting of the story, but I know where it takes you, so I've been trying to finish making the first missions to then be able to have gameplay for a beta test. But before I get there, I have some more things to do. I've been trying to remake the battling, there are some changes towards the AI that I also have to make, and I'm planning on integrating analytics for simple in-game data, like finding out how many people opened a door or found a way out of the map. So yeah, I'm taking on a giant pile of work, but I love every aspect of what I do, and I wish to keep doing this. I hate self-promoting myself, but I've made a Patreon, and I plan to be delivering more content. I'm a full-time major in computer science, and 5 classes all online gets a little hectic, and I just want to share my content with you guys, and hopefully deliver this game in the future. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you don't want to be one of the 93.3% of people that aren't subscribed, then consider subscribing and ring that bell so you get more updates. I'll hopefully see you soon, and feel free to bug me over on Discord or Twitter to release my next video, or ask me any questions at all. And as always, don't forget to wash your hands, pay attention in math, and wipe your stinky ass. Alright, see you guys later.